So I am going to delete this application. Where is it? Let's do this. There it is. Delete. Does it work? The camera isn't focusing. Okay, there. Let's do this. Okay, we have Instagram, and you can go. And it is now officially gone. Hi guys, it's been a while. I know that I've promised you that the next video would be, I think, the vlog when I went in the mountains. Obviously, this is not the vlog from when I went into the mountains. I don't know when I'll make that video. I felt very uninspired lately, and like it's been a bit of a rough year, and there's not much improvement in sight just yet. So yeah, I'm just a little exhausted, and my creativity is always suffering first when I have a lot going on. And yeah, I don't want to cut and edit this video when I'm not feeling in the right mindset, if that makes any sense. I want to make a specific quality kind of content for you, and I can't do that if I'm not there creatively, if that makes any sense. So that's why it's the files are still on my computer, and I will make that video, but I have some kind of standards for myself, and that's the reason why I kept waiting, and that's also the reason why I haven't been uploading a lot of videos or photos lately, because at the moment I have difficulties to ride the creative wave, if you will. And I do stuff, but oftentimes I don't want to film it or photograph it. It's gonna get better also, I guess, once the whole stress that's going on for me is maybe lowering again a little bit, but at the moment I'm just not feeling it, and that's why I still have a lot of photos that I have already edited and I still want to share with you. And I will, so keep your eyes out on that. But today I want to open up about something that's been on my mind for a while already, and that's how I feel about Instagram. Because I don't know, I cannot say when exactly it started, but for a while already Instagram has not really been a place that I enjoy coming to. It's been something that I find to be very frustrating and kind of draining, and sometimes also kind of annoying. And by that I don't mean the part where I post the photos and interact with you, because I love your comments, I love all of your messages. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that as a creator who wants to, kind of has a brand out there and who potentially wants to do something with it in the future, it's extremely important that I get my work out there. Sure, my main concern and my main priority is to put out the work, which is why, regardless of how much the algorithm hates me, I will still be there and share my pictures. No worries. The problem for me is that because of the algorithm and the constant changes in the algorithm, for me to have a good reach, that would be ideal if I want to continue with this if I want to continue with this and have the possibility to maybe make something with it in the future. I'm speaking photography and stuff like that. I'd have to do a lot of things that I really dislike doing. I would have to spend a lot of time on social media and be social, basically. I am not someone who enjoys being social. I'm not someone who enjoys small talk. I'm not someone who enjoys publishing everything on social media. I'm not someone who enjoys checking their phone all the time. So I really noticed that I have decent reach if I post on a very regular schedule, if I interact a lot with other people, like a lot. If I make a story to tell my followers that I've made a new post, which is something I absolutely just the fact that this is necessary is ridiculous. And this is when I come to my most important factor as to why it's been so annoying and frustrating to me. I follow very few people, as some of you might have noticed, which I guess probably also tells a lot about that I'm not the most social person. I don't even get to see all that they post. It came so far that I had to enable post notification for some people, and that's ridiculous. I don't agree with it that I choose to follow someone and that I want to see their work and then it's not shown to me. And what is shown to me instead is basically commercials or recommendations of, you might like this person. Yes, I might, but you know what I would like even more? If I would see the posts from the people I actually chose to follow. And just because I don't interact with every post at all times doesn't mean that I don't want to see it. And I don't know. It doesn't really sit well with me. I don't really like this kind of mechanism behind it, and I don't like it that in order to a possibility to get more reach, obviously, is to have your posts highlighted and you pay money for it. Because I don't like systems that favor people with money. And I know that most systems favor people with money, but I don't think it should be a requirement or something that's kind of, I wouldn't say necessary, but something that definitely helps. I don't like that. And for me as a creator, it's extremely frustrating to see the changes from before the algorithm and now after the algorithm. Maybe my quality is just shit since after the algorithm. Maybe my content quality has reduced. Maybe that's the problem. And it's kind of frustrating to see that when I'm not even talking about likes and comments, because I'm not really someone who measures stuff in numbers. It's not something that concerns me. I know that there are specific topics that tend to get fewer likes. And I know that, for example, I know that pictures with me in armor always get the most likes and comments usually. And that, for example, random nature photos or sometimes photos of my cat don't get so many likes. It can vary with a difference of, say, 200 for the cat and I think one time even 2,000 for something of me in armor. I will still post pictures of my cat because I don't care and I'm not offended when people don't like those posts more. So it's not really about that. But when I look at my reach, this is when I get really kind of angry. Because when I see out of now it's about 17,000 people that follow me, when I see how few people of those 17,000 people who want to see my work actually got to see my work, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And even if I have a post with good reach, it still is oftentimes not even half of my followers. Or well, it is not even half of my followers. And just this sheer fact that not everybody who chose to follow my work is going to see that work is frustrating, because what's the point in having a platform where you follow people to see their work? I don't like that, and I don't want to make highlighted posts. I only recently saw how powerful that is because I also work for a company, and with their account I monitor, I have monetized and paid and highlighted stuff, and I get to see the difference there, and that's so frustrating. So frustrating, because before everything changed, and because the algorithm is constantly changing, like every second it's changing and adapting, so you cannot really, like, once I finally figure out what the algorithm favors and I can see that my reach is getting better, something changes again, and then everything is for naught and I have to start all over again. And that takes a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and a lot of time. And in all honesty, the amount of time that I had to spend in the last year to keep my stats and reach somewhat good was a lot more work oftentimes than actually taking the photo and editing it. And that's so sad, because so much time goes to waste, and I end up doing a lot of stuff that I don't enjoy. Yeah, look, the cat is angry. The cat is obviously very angry about that. I just don't like that. I don't like having to make a story every time I post something, because first of all, I think it's extremely annoying. Like, it really annoys me when I see it, but I understand why people do it, because I have to do it too. I see the difference is so obvious in between when I do it and when I don't do it. But it takes effort. The hashtag research and constantly being active, I don't. So yeah, I hope you can somehow understand my point of view. I know it's not my main concern in life, obviously, but it's something that is kind of bothersome. And kind of frustrating, because it makes it, I think, more difficult for some people to grow. Not for all, because some algorithms, but even big creators, have problems with the algorithm and with adapting. And to be honest, I don't really care how many likes I get and how many comments I get. I appreciate every single one of them, but at least I would like for my followers to be able to see my pictures, because it makes me sad that someone chose to follow me and doesn't get to see it. If someone doesn't want to see it, I mean, hey, feel free to unfollow. It's fine, but not like that. The platform should not decide if my post is more or less important than anybody else's post. It's just, yeah. So what I kind of want to try is to completely delete Instagram from my phone for a month. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna post. Yes, Guinea. I already said that. Because when I do the social media, the Instagram management thing for the company that I work with, I do this from my computer. There's a website that lets you schedule posts and lets you post to Instagram through it. Because for me it's a lot easier, because most of the photos I use on their Instagram are also taken by me, so they are on my computer already. And it's a lot easier to directly upload it, instead of having to transfer all of them to the phone, and then having my phone full of like hundreds of pictures of products and then having to select and post. And I think what I'll do is that I will go to using Instagram only through my computer, not have it on my phone anymore, and I will still reply to comments, because I can do that as well on the Instagram homepage, and it works very nice. It means though that first of all, if you write me private messages, it may take a long time for me to respond, because I think private messages are only accessible through Facebook, and I don't really go to Facebook often. I don't quite want to change that. I think I have an email address, so if it's something really important, you can email me. I guess I check that somewhat more often. And also, there is of course a chance that I will miss comments, because there will not be a notification to tell me someone posted on a comment, click, and it takes me directly there. So there might be comments that I will just not see. I'm very sorry about that if you will be one of them. If I don't respond to your comment, it probably means I haven't seen it. And I hope you can forgive me, but I really need some kind of more distance from the platform itself, and some kind of Instagram is my only social media, because as I said, the Facebook thing is more organizational and I'm not really there a lot, and I don't really want to be involved with the social media as social media. For me, it's a platform that I use to spread the work, but I've never had intentions to dive into the whole social media thing for the sake of being on social media. Yeah. So I hope this is something that you guys can somehow understand. I don't think that much is gonna change for you, except for if I don't see your comment, if it's on an older picture, or if it simply gets lost in notifications. I'll try my best, but yeah, I will also try to maybe focus more on YouTube for a while to see if that works, but I'm not gonna promise it, because if it doesn't work out and I don't post more, then he'll be disappointed. But just know that it's an option, that maybe possibly I will focus more on YouTube, and I will see what I can do with all this effort that now is vanished. Because I am not going to do anything with Instagram stories for now. I'm assuming that my reach is going to be horrible. I'm assuming that my stats are going to be horrible. That's fine. It's about the pictures. The cat is so making such angry noises. He's always very tense. He got some like a little valerian pillow to sniff on, and afterwards he's completely bonkers. Yeah, so where was I? Anyways, this is the plan. I will see what I can do with the time that I save from it, because this is not what I want to do on my phone. If you have thoughts on the matter, then leave it in the comments. But I think it feels like it's a good thing. I kind of missed the days where my Instagram was a platform where I didn't had this Snapchat, Facebook feeling, and now I kind of do. So yeah. Anyways, I'm wishing you a good night. I will upload a new photo today, probably even before this video goes online, and then I will try to post more consistently, and usually in the evenings, so when I'm on the computer. So hope you guys are fine, and I'm wishing you a wonderful day. Bye.